Zherka needs to be investigated. Okay, so I saw this clip on Twitter, and I'm not going to be playing it for you guys because if I did, the video will probably get age restricted. And the video is basically Zherka and this OF OnlyFans star named Layla, and they are just, I guess, trolling on Amigo or something. And Zherka says along the lines that she's 16 and he claims that he's a pedophile. And he said, I went to a state where that's legal. And then proceeds to dry hump the girl. And the girl is not 16 years old. She's actually 20 years old. And being a 20-year-old OF, I think it's very sad. Like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth putting your body out there on the internet and just doing all that type of stuff for extra cash? Like, what about your future children, you know? Like, I just, man, I feel bad for these upcoming kids, you know, because they're going to have to be dealing with roast like, oh, yeah, but I seen your mom naked on OnlyFans, you know. Think about how heartbreaking that would be to a young kid, you know. When I first saw this clip, I didn't know who that girl was in the clip that I'm talking about. And I honestly thought that Zherka was sick of the head and that he definitely needs to be investigated. But even though it is fake, I still think that he does need to get investigated. Like, why do these red pill dudes like little kids? I've been seeing some red pill people talking about, oh, if she's over 24, she's already expired. Like, what? Over 24? That 24, guys. 24, that's young. And they're saying along the lines that, oh yeah, she's expired. What? It's 24 we're talking here. And they talk about how they like 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds and they like virgins and stuff. Like, what? I get it. If you want a girl that's a virgin, that's a preference, you know, it is what it is. But saying you want a girl that's 16 years old and 17 years old, like, what is wrong with you? What like, you don't see what's wrong with that? That's still technically a child and still technically a kid. Why would you want to date a 6-year-old and why would you want to be with a 16-year-old as like a 25-plus-year-old man? Like, what is wrong with you? I'm 20 years old and the lowest I will date is 19. And even 18 is kind of pushing it for me, man. Like, that's kind of too young, you know? Even though that is the age of legal consent here in the United States, I believe. So I just looked it up and the age of consent is between 16 and 18 years old, where some states are 16 years old and other states are 17 and other states are 18. But even then, why would you want a 16-year-old as a grown man? I think that's just weird and creepy. And most of these red pill guys are like that. They want 16-year-old virgins. Like, bro, what? Why would you want a 16-year-old virgin and instead want, if you actually want a virgin, like you said, then why don't you get somebody that's 20 plus? You know, I think 20 plus is fair for like anybody that's, you know, pushing 30. But even then, after 30 years old, you would really want a 20-year-old girl, a girl my age to be with? Like, come on, man. And it's most of the red pill too. Most of the red pill, man, I'll probably drop a video soon about it, how cringe it is and just how I stopped watching it because of just stupid takes like that. But even then, man, Zherka takes it to a whole new level. And this is not the first time where he admits that he's a pedophile. And I don't even care if he's trolling. As I said, I don't even care if he's trolling, man. That's just weird stuff right there. Like, you don't just go online, on live stream, on a mingle and say, I like 16-year-olds, I'm a pedophile. What? How is that funny, or how is that like cool to say, man? That's not cool or not funny at all. That's just sick, man. And this fact that you said, oh yeah, the only reason why I went to the States because I get to do 16-year-old girls, bro. Like, this dude's pushing 30. Zherka is pushing 30. I just looked up right now. He is 28 years old and he's saying he likes 16-year-olds and like kids. This dude needs help. This dude needs help. This dude needs to get off the red pill stuff. He's like another Andrew Tate. Even though he said on Twitter that he doesn't like Andrew Tate multiple times, he still needs help, man. Like, you just don't go and say that you like 16-year-olds. And again, this is mostly the red pill stuff. Like, this is exactly what the red pill is about. The red pill is about screwing over women and then dating a 16-year-old virgin when you're 30. That is the red pill in a nutshell. But back then, the red pill used to be about working on yourself and being better. And yeah, that is still in the red pill today. But it seems like the older or the more time flows, the more incel the freaking red pill comes, or the red pill community comes, the more incel the red pill community is. Isn't that not facts? I think that's pretty facts. Even though Zherka is probably trolling, I still believe he needs to be like, some consequence needs to happen for this, man, because you just don't go out there and say that you like 16-year-olds and that's funny and oh, that's whatever. And there's other clips of Zherka as well when he's on podcasts and he's saying no consent and then he like puts his head in the girl's chest. Like, what's no consent? Do you want to go to jail, my guy? Like, what are you doing here, you know? Think about it. Kids look up to Zherka. Okay, kids literally look up to Zherka, and Zherka's doing all this stuff and saying he likes kids and stuff. You never know, somebody can be influenced to do the same thing, to basically say, oh, no consent, and oh, 16 years old and I'm a pedophile. Like, bro, I think it's just disturbing content, in my opinion, and this is what most of the red pill is now. Most of the red pill is just incel liking kids and stuff, and it's just so weird. So yeah, man, I just don't get it. And Zherka claims to be Catholic as well. I'm a Christian, all right? I'm a true believer, and I have all my faith in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And Zherka claims to be a Catholic, yet he's doing all this. Now, Lord knows if he has the Lord in his heart or not, because I don't know. He's a Catholic. I'm not really, like, I kind of know what the Catholic is. It's kind of like a branch of the church. Even though I'm not informed in Catholicism like that, I for sure know in that religion, you don't go out there and you pretend to be a pedophile. That's just sick in the head. You're basically fantasizing about it. Like you're pushing 30, you're 28 years old fantasizing about sleeping with 16-year-olds, man. You need to get your health checked out, you need to get your brain examined, or you need to just go see some therapy at this point. You need to go see some therapy. You need to, I don't know what you need to do, man, but my goodness, this is just horrible. So let me know what you guys think about Zherka and just the red pill down in the comments. Zherka is probably the best example of the red pill in 2023. And I used to be a fan of the red pill, man. That's the thing. I used to be a fan of the red pill. Like, work hard, be ambitious, go for your goals. Like, that's good advice, right? But red pill now is just get with 16-year-olds and virgins, man. Like, and I get it, wanting to be with a virgin. I guess that's your preference. But saying you want 16-year-olds, you're just messed up in the head. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Drop a like, subscribe. See you guys later.